Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wolf and the Conqueror, and we're here with a road show in the constituency of St. John's Rural South. We're on the southern side of an area that is known as Creekside, and we want to show you an area where it has made some allegations that have been come to our attention that they have the Happy program where the government is supposed to be assisting to the poor and the indigenous. However, the poor
indigent.
and the indigent.
Yes, and indigent mean and them people that never have them.
They had nothing. They even worse than poor. They had nothing. But they're supposed to be giving the poor and the indigent material, housing, building material. Now, this is a business that we hear on the southern side of St. John's Rural South, at which we're hearing that the lumber that is part of the Happy program is actually going as a kickback to the politicians. And instead of getting to the poor and indigent, people can come and actually purchase the material for their own private use. It's more like a lumber yard instead of actually assisting the poor and the indigent. Now, one of the problems we're having with this whole program is that if it is the taxpayers who are paying for all these materials, Royden Turner said there was $1 million spent and the material has arrived in Antigua, then why is it that it's only the government candidates are the ones who are distributing this material? What about the opposition candidates? And it is all the material for all Antiguans. No. Yeah, go ahead.
No, my brother, when we loaded the first time, folks were looking at the view and all what we were showing without earlier. Now, when we're back, because that was a test, that there's some pertinent question that I need to ask. And while I was, observing the test, I stayed back about a distance from you so that because I was reliably informed also about where materials were dropped off. And people were questioning why, if a state-funded materials, why would these state-funded materials find its way in one set of people hand to distribute?
Right.
And all the materials are going to Labour Party candidate for them to distribute to their people. I also learned that someone was waving a form to some people, letting them know that if you sign that form, you will go to Jews for material. But then I asked one of my close person who are brain close to the operation of a Jews, that nothing to go so. The Jews now have no material up there that they distribute to no program.
Poor, indigent.
Poor and indigent.
The Happy program.
Because he even went as far as to tell me that, what you may think of Jews and not being involved with the program that they have. However, coming to hear from you, trying to find out the name of the place, and I told you that is La Madrina.
Right.
And La Madrina has been advertising on Facebook that they have material for sale. Are you saying to me at this day that the materials that are stored over at La Madrina and are up for sale are state-funded materials?
Well, what we want to know is from the politicians. We're asking questions because it's been reported to me by persons on Darrell Matthews' campaign team.
What?
That they were disgusted what they heard and what they saw, in that the materials that are stored here did not get to the poor and the indigent of St. John's Rural South.
So with a name like La Madrina, and 45% of the community are now Hispanic, because since you were small and your father coming through there were not much
back in the
Hispanic being living back there. But now that the area has been open and has grown, that we may believe that these materials will end up in certain hands in order to get their support?
Didn't they have some meeting down at Multipurpose Center?
Yes. With Darrell involved?
Promises have been made, and certain actions on the 30th of April are to be taken. But this whole situation is that this is supposed to be a happy program. It's a government program to assist the poor and the indigent. And from our sources, from Darrell Matthews' campaign team, they are disgusted because they said that these materials are not getting to the poor and the indigent. People are actually purchasing this material. It's not given to those who need it. What I was learned to understand was that if you have an estimate for the house or whatever you're trying to build, you carry that to the Labour Party candidate, and the candidate will look over that, and they give you a certain amount of material. I don't know if it's all, half, a quarter, 2/3, 3/4, whatever, I don't know. But I heard that is how they have extended what Happy program was to include themselves to get votes. But what we heard here is that this program in St. John's Rural South wasn't even going to the poor. It was going to the hands of the politicians because they were selling the lumber.
So lumbers have been sold?
Yes, when it was supposed to be given to the poor and the indigent.
So I'm wondering what Dr. Benjamin, the person who believes in equal rights and justice, would have to say about this. And Darrell, who believes in what? Share and share alike?
Political opportunism. The me call like me see him now.
You call like how you say, go ahead.
Anyway, the soup drop from the plate.
But this is not nice, you know. It's not a good showing for people who are coming before. People know to renew, you know what I mean, that particular non-relationship that they had with them. Because it's only now they're connecting, because you're saying that for all the years that they're in there, you got 5 years to do what you have to do. They decide within 3 years that you will just up, jump and say, all right, make call an election because somebody chose the job down. But then you realize no one chose it, that job down, a tights them have on.
Yeah.
And you call a general election when you have mandate for 5 years and you have 2 left. Yeah?
I hear what you're saying, you know. You talk about Robin Yearwood, right?
Well,
me love to speak cryptic. Robin Yearwood pants a job off. Go ahead, man, go ahead.
Wait. How they sell and take with the Tesla for you? How they sell and take with the Tesla for you?
What, Marlon?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's the parting gift. You know, when they had the prices right, they said the parting gifts when they left the program.
Come on.
That was when he retired.
That I want, the ministry buy the car for the minister to drive.
He's not the minister.
And he's not the minister.
Well, maybe on the 30th, after there's a new minister, they will take away the car.
Maybe.
But La Madrina Lumberyard, turn at next right, call 72752 or 62 or 82. Something like that, buddy.
All right. So we're back here at Creekside, and we are
asking questions. A
small investigation, and we're asking some questions. And we want to know the truth. Tell us the truth, Darrell, before April 30th.
Before the 30th of April. But I, via Conqueror brother, I'd just like to throw my support. I have endorsed Emmanuel Peters to St. John's Rural South. They should show you the video soon. Come and do a video now. But doll up and so shave up and so on for look good, you know. So
you know, hopefully, put on the eyelash.
So no, but put on no eyeliner. But Emmanuel Peters,
yes,
it's somebody I know the brother a lot better than him. But I've watched him on Facebook, and I've seen the man for the last 2 years campaigning hard, like if election can call any day. And you know what happened? Election call
all the while he was doing his work.
5 year time. Yeah. So he didn't surprise. He just say, okay then, let's cut down the time that I have 2 extra years to get into to office and do good for people. Yep. Because I admire the hard work that he's doing, And I tell the people of St. John's Rural South to throw their support behind Emmanuel Peters, because he will do a better job than the turncoat and political opportunist named Darrell Matthew.
Right, La Madrina.
You understand? So we're going to cut it short today because we had a little technical difficulties, but we're going to bring you another episode on this whole scandal. But as for right now, we're asking Darrell Matthews to find out who is getting this lumber and who is the politician that is benefiting from this scheme. So we hear is going into the politicians' pockets, not the poor and the indigent. On that note, Antigua and Barbuda,
we're rolling out.
The Wolf and the Conqueror and the Wolf.
And if you have any information, you can contact me.
Please contact us on this scandal or anything else. 775-7201 for the Lone Wolf. And
contact the Conqueror at 725-7841.
Perfect.
If you have any information to throw my way, it's allfactsnow@gmail.com. We don't know.
Yeah, well, the Joan coming back home, and it's just been a pleasure. We had some technical difficulties, some logistical problems early in the year. That's why we hadn't done a roadshow for a while. But we promise you that we'll be back again really soon.
Don't worry.
Take care, Antigua and Barbuda. But you will see us on the ground, or you will see the drone hovering over you. Bye for now.
All right.